Today on What Around Town, is there an ideal age gap between couples in a relationship?
Let me say, if there's an age gap which will just be like, boss man,
what is that age gap? How much is too much?
You can't be 30 years old and you're dating a chick who's 18.
Yeah,
that can be possible.
Even if you love her.
What's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? That is like, imagine when you were 18, parents were still in school. That's so disgusting. I'm like, when it's true, especially those guys who've made it perfectly clear that they're not going to get married. Me, I want to hide my daughter from you. I know she's 6, but I know in 10 years time, in 15 years time, you're eyeing your next babe. Where? Don't. Hey.
So
No.
So like a 20-year difference is too much?
It's too much.
Too much, man.
It's too
10?
much.
10 is okay. 10
is reasonable.
10 is reasonable. Because me, like, my folks are the same age. So.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
So
wow, that's
literally
different.
Same age.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
My folks are the same age, so I don't mind. Same age, Nini. Yeah. But this one for 20, 30 years, kidogo, you're pushing it.
Mimi,
even that person has not matured enough.
I would agree with that because I think the difference is, and I know technically in the world when there's more than 10, then they tend to call them, I don't know, a gap. Age gap relationships where it's more than 10 years, and I think maybe when it becomes too much, then there's a feeling of one person is really so dominant because you have literally more experience in life, in your career, in marriages, in relationships themselves, financially, so you sort of tend to control literally everything in
and then they even forget. I'm going to put myself on the line today and just be honest about it. I'm in a relationship with a very huge age gap. I am the weird conversation we're having today.
How big is it?
Jay-Z and Beyonce have a 12-year-old gap. My relationship, we have a 13-year-old gap. A 13-year gap at a 13-year-old. A 13-year gap.
Okay, yeah.
And
how is it?
It's huge. No, sometimes someone forgets that they're not your parent. I'll tell you that. Sometimes someone forgets they're not your parent. So they talk at you. I'm like, hey, I'm not your child. Chill,
But you get that you're a child to him.
I am. And it's also hilarious because sometimes he's like, oh my goodness, that's the year I sat for my KCP. I'm like, oh my God, I wasn't even born, or I was in nursery school at that year, during, that time in your life. So it's hilarious. It has helped enrich my Soul Central playlist.
These are his jams.
Yeah, the jams.
But
so
then what would you say then is the key? What would you say is the key for you guys? What makes your relationship work despite the age gap?
I feel like he has to understand that you are equal partners in the relationship. In spite of the age difference, you just come older and wiser, but you should also let me also figure some things out on my own. Don't rob me of the opportunity of also getting that wisdom practically. Of course, you can give me wise counsel and play a role of what do you call it? An advisor, but you also must. It's very intentional. You must always realize that you ain't my daddy. You're my daddy.
Other things you do and it's just like Sasa wewe how are you doing this?
No.
Of course, every damn thing. Every damn thing is because you already been there, done that. You understand? So me, I would say
there's a lot of patience from his side as well.
And me too.
And you as well.
Because there's things that you also wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Like the music, there's a lot of stuff that you will not get. Luckily, my man knows what time it is. Like fashion, music, movies. He's
a chill guy. I like him.
Yeah, and then I'm glad that he was also born and raised in this here city, comes from a very good background. So he's very open-minded also. I can't even understand dating a guy his age straight from the village. We are fighting every single day that, leave my pants, I know they're tight, but that's what they're wearing lately. No one is wearing curry shells, and I don't know, animal hide.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you, and I think for me, I'd only say to each their own. I think what's really important is finding someone who really understands where you are in life and what you need to do to to improve. So someone who's trustworthy, someone who's honest, someone who really looks out for the best in you, cares about you, supports you, is there for you. I would agree that kidogo mazee, you are 50 marrying someone who's 20, that age gap is enough to give birth to a
You'd be
whole
lecturing
new-
this person like
No, plus
But-
there's a lot it comes with the
Yeah.
pressure. First, the minute-
societal pressure. People just
the minute-
judging. First
exactly.
of all,
It's the judgment.
It's the judgment.
People assume when you're dating someone who's way older than you, you're only in it for the money.
Yes,
If you're a
if
chick,
you're a lady.
you are
Yeah.
just
Yes.
a gold digger.
Even if you're a boy.
you're just a gold digger. You're
as a
only
boy,
here for the money.
you are a Ben 10.
Yes.
As a lady, if you marry a younger man, people say you're trying to, keep your youth. You are trying
It's
to
true.
experience, to keep your
Midlife
youthness
crisis.
alive.
Yeah, midlife
You
crisis.
know, if
True.
you're an older guy like DiCaprio, people just assume one, you're probably domineering, you're manipulative, you're looking for people you can manipulate.
It's true. It
So
is
there's
true.
a lot of judgment that comes with a lot of age.
So I'm against it. I'm in a relationship with a huge age gap, but I would never advise anyone to like just jump into it because it has a lot. There's the normal pressure that comes with any relationship. Now add on top of all that the issues of the age difference.
Yeah.
So I'm not like I would not sit here and be the mascot for go try it. It's a lot of work. Yeah, it's a lot of work. And if you don't find a level-headed person, he will definitely talk down at you. And ni heshima, we're Africans, so this person is like your parents, almost your parents' age. So you must always almost yes sir.
Yeah, because I even wonder, for a guy dating an older woman, what is that like? Especially if the age gap is a bit too much, It can be difficult to tell this woman who has literally achieved everything in her career, everything financially, done all the mistakes she could probably do in a relationship. Now you're coming to tell her what? You get?
Yes.
She's probably the one now to give you direction and to... So even your role there is probably ya kunyenyekea na kuambiwa pali tunaenda.
Mimi nakaa role yangu ni kunyenyekea.
You can't. Wewe mdomo yako iko huko. Which is a good thing.
my
You always
God.
speak your mind. But I just think to each their own. However, whatever you decide, be very clear on probably everything that comes with it, the societal perspective of it, how everyone is gonna look
The
at you.
misjudgments.
Yeah, you trying to explain to everyone why this is your boyfriend and not your dad you're with at the mall.
It's true.
Why this is your boyfriend, not your son you're with, at this event. So be ready for it, and as long as that doesn't bother you and this person is good for you, probably go for it. But for me, I'd say less than 10.
Yeah,
Less than
10 should
Even
be
10
the cap.
should be a bit
10
too much.
should be the
Yeah,
highest.
but then again, some people date people who are 10 years younger than them, but they are raccoons. They give you so much hell.
It's true.
So at the end of the day, just someone who's good for you.
The age gap matters. Ask someone like me who is living it every day. Every time you walk into a room, before you open your mouth, before people see your aura, before people see how much you love each other, you care about each other,
People
before
already
people
judge.
know your story. Oh, Yolanda with her gold digger ways. What? But it's just sometimes a coincidence that these older men come with lots of money. Sometimes it's just but a coincidence.
Yolanda, then give us very quickly, what are the joys of dating an older man then what are the benefits then? Of
Experience everywhere.
Hey.
Everywhere.
Hey.
We finished that
Thanks.
conversation there.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Even the pocket
Okay.
has a lot of experience.
Thanks. I know your husband. Now I don't want to overthink. Now every time I see him, I just see experience everywhere. Joey. Hey.